All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Monday Motivation. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend, and it is the start of another wonderful, beautiful week. So, today I want to talk to you about finding joy along the way, right? Finding joy along the way. We get so caught up in the journey and in the to-do list, the things to do. How am I going to get the next pound off? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And we get caught up in our lives. We forget that the journey is the most important thing. It's not the destination, right? When you get there, that's not what it's about, getting there. It's the getting there. It's the journey. That's the important thing, right? One of my favorite writers wrote, "We shall never cease from striving, and at the end of our striving is to arrive at a place where we began, and to know that place for the very first time." So I dare say that what you're after really is getting to know yourself, getting to know who you are. Because the journey is not about getting somewhere, it's about creating the person you really want to be and the life you truly want to live. So, how do you do that? You do that now. You start creating it now, day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. You start creating that life, that person now. Right? I talk to a lot of new clients and I say, well, yeah, I want to lose weight because I want to be happy with myself. I want to feel better about myself. And I often share with them, if you want to feel better about yourself, you want to feel happy with yourself, start now. Don't wait until you lose weight, because guess what? You feel happy about yourself. You feel better about yourself now. Guess what? That is going to make you want to do the things you need to do to get there, to create that person you want. You don't have to be happy with the way you look. You don't have to be happy with your body, but you first have to accept it. This is where you are. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm in process, baby. I'm in process. I'm working on changing this, because the truth is, guys, if you're not happy where you are, you won't be happy when you get there. I want you to really hear that. If you're not happy where you are, you won't be happy when you get there, because happiness is an inside job, right? It doesn't depend on anything that's going on around you. It doesn't depend on what you look like. It doesn't depend on what the scale says. If you're a happy person, you're going to be a happy person, right? It's a choice that you choose to make. In my book, Energize Your Life, that was my last book, I wrote about the 7 pillars of positive energy that make you feel alive. The 7 pillars, I mean 7 principles, 7 sources of positive energy. And one of the most important of those sources of positive energy is play. When was the last time you allowed yourself to play, right? In her book, The Gift of Play, Barbara Brennan wrote that heart play makes your heart sing and fly free. You know what makes your heart sing? What is your heart play? You know what gives you the feeling of what I call in my first book, Fitness and Spirituality, dancing with God? Right? What gives you that feeling? I can tell you, for me, it's running in the Santa Monica Mountains overlooking the Pacific Ocean at dawn. When it's all still and quiet, and I run up to an inspiration point and I stand on my big rock. It's a giant rock. And I see everything from miles along the ocean. Right? And I feel like the Lion King standing there surveying my domain, right? That's a joy moment for me, right? Or roller dancing at Venice Beach. I did that for 2 decades. Roller dancing at Venice Beach. That was my weekly thing. That was my weekly play that led to my joy moment, right? Those are the things that made my heart sing. Rollerblading along the ocean path from Venice to Santa Monica on a hot summer day, shirt off, some good tunes in my ears, listening to Terence Trent D'Arby. Or today, playing a great game of tennis like I did this morning. Right? That's my heart sing. That's what makes my heart sing. Skiing from the top of Mammoth Mountain on a clear day in fresh powder. And I would just chant to myself, taste death, live life. That is what makes my heart sing. What makes your heart sing? What is your heart play? Right? What did you love to do before you assumed the adult role of the walking stiff? Right? You got to go there. You got to find those things, right? You know, your joy is that wonderful, mysterious feeling that warms your soul, puts an involuntary smile on your face, and causes your heart to pump blood in a way that just nourishes your body because it leaves you feeling alive. I want you to go there. I want you to find that heart play that leads to joy. So what's going to help you to find joy along your journey? I know it's sometimes difficult because you have so many obstacles, you know, the fear, the worry and self-doubt often shows up, makes you wonder, am I going to get there? Am I on the right path? The scale isn't moving. That's why I said you got to get beyond the scale, all right? We've talked about that. So the first thing I would recommend is you got to learn to embrace those obstacles and challenges as opportunity for learning and growth, because that's what they are, right? If there is no challenge, there is no growth. So you can't possibly get to where you're going without having a few obstacles in your way. If there weren't obstacles, you would have already been there. But you got to learn to deal with those obstacles. You got to learn to get stronger, get fitter, get better. That is the journey. And those are the things that you must embrace in order to get there. For this to be, it's easy to lose weight. You know, anybody can go on a crash diet and lose weight. But this is not what this journey is about for you. This journey is about creating that future vision, creating that future self. And that is transformation. You have to transform yourself, transform your thoughts, transform your habits, transform your lifestyle. You have to transform. You have to go through the process of metamorphosis. You have to leave that caterpillar mind behind and embrace your true butterfly nature, right? So another thing that will help you is to be intentional about doing something that you love. You got to be intentional about doing something that you love. If you're always doing things just because, hey, this is what's going to help me to lose weight, well, guess what? You'll be going through a lot of unnecessary suffering. This will not be a joyful experience for you. You got to find a way to do things you love. You know, I tell you, the things I do are the things I love to do. You know, I play tennis 2-3 times a week. Why? It's what I love to do. I go hiking. Why? Because it's what I love to do. I go to the gym because it's what I love to do. I love to feel my body moving. I love to feel my heart pumping in my chest. I love to feel my muscles working and trying to get to that last rep. These are the things I love to do, but it may not be what you love to do. So you must put something in there that you love to do, right? That is important. And in order to get there and make this a more joyful experience, I would recommend learn to develop little rituals around the things that you regularly do, right? Your daily activity, your exercise, sleep, mindfulness. How can you develop little rituals around your daily activity? What can you do? All right, can you take walks in areas that you love to get more activity? Right? Can you develop a little ritual around exercise? Maybe develop your own favorite playlist that you listen to while you're working out, or whatever it is for you. Even watching your favorite show that you love to watch, but develop a little ritual, right? That doing things you love to do. Sleep. How can you develop a ritual around sleep? You know, my sleep ritual is to lay in bed and read at least a chapter of one of my favorite, epic fantasy novels. Right? My wife makes fun of me, but I love epic fantasy. right? And because that takes me to a new world, it takes me beyond the ordinary. So learn to develop rituals around you. Do rituals around mindfulness. How can you develop rituals around mindfulness on a daily basis? Right? So these are the things that will help you to find joy along the way. And here's the thing, guys. Joy is a choice. Happiness is a choice. There's no, oh, I'm going to do this so I can be happy. No, it's just a matter you choose to be happy now, where you are with what you've got, even though it's not perfect, it's not where you want to be, but who cares? It's where you are. So embrace it as you're working towards the person you're becoming and the life you're creating. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be angry. You can choose to be frustrated, or you can choose joy. You can see the learning in all of the things that make you angry, frustrated, and want to give up on yourself. You can find joy in all of those things if you embrace the learning, right? So I don't know about you, but I'd rather be happy. So finding joy in a rough situation or even in a mundane situation is a matter of choice. I hope this has been helpful. Choose joy.